We'll be starting today with foreign exchange management, that is Forex. Now, I have heard n numbers of students saying me that sir, this is one of the most difficult chapter in strategic financial management. Believe me, at the end of the day, after completion of all the sessions of Forex, it will be extremely easy. It is not at all difficult if you understand the basic of it. First, what we are going to learn in Forex is the name itself. Forex is a short form of foreign currency. Now, as we are right now in India, we will be considering India as our home country. And rupees as our home currency. Is it alright? Now what is the problem is, on both sides there are money. What I mean to say, try to understand. I am first explaining you the concept. Forex, you have understood it is foreign currency. Is it alright? Now try to understand, dollar for India is foreign currency. When you say foreign currency, you are confused. Why? Because rupees is also currency and dollar is also currency. I'll give you an easy way to think about it. Try to concentrate first over here. I am giving you rate of 1 kg of potatoes. Concentrate. Say 1 kg of potato is costing rupees 75 per 1 kg. This is the rate of potatoes. Is it alright? So, what is the rate? It is of potatoes of 1 kg. What is the rate? Is rupees 75. What does it mean? If you want to purchase or sell 1 kg of potato, the rate applicable will be rupees 75. Try to understand what is underlying asset over here. What is asset over here? Is potatoes. Is it alright? When you convert this into foreign currency, try to understand potatoes also once again. If you don't treat rupees as currency, try to understand barter. If you want to get 1 kg of potatoes, you need to pay 75 rupees. Don't treat rupees as currency. Then you will have to give 75 rupees in exchange of 1 kg of potatoes. Sorry. So try to think as a barter. Let us change the asset name. Rupees 75 per dollar. Just the asset is changing. Don't think dollar is a currency. Think dollar is an asset. So, if you want to purchase $1, you will have to pay 75 rupees. Or you want to sell $1. Say you are an exporter. You have received dollar from somewhere. And you want to sell $1. Then what you will be getting is 75 rupees. Sorry. This is foreign currency quotation. It is a rate quotation. Sorry. Many of the people say this is a right hand side currency. This is right hand side currency. No need to think about it. Whenever you see this type of rate, rupees 75 per dollar, this rate is of dollar. Let me write it down. Rate is of dollar in terms of rupees, which is our home currency. In terms of rupees. Alright. Try to understand. Rupees 65 per Japanese yen. It is a rate of, Jaimin, can you tell me rate of what? Rupees or yen?
Rupees of rate of yen.
Rate of yen. Is it all? In terms of rupees, but this is rate of yen. If you want to purchase or sell yen, this rate will be applicable. Is it all right? Yes, Mehak. Rupees 50 per Swiss franc.
Is rate of Swiss franc in terms of rupees.
Rate of Swiss franc in terms of rupees. Is it all right? I'm just investing some time to give you some knowledge about the currency which are used in CHF. Yes, anyone knows CHF is currency of what? Anyone can put on the mic. Swiss franc is currency of
Switzerland.
Yes, it is of Switzerland. Is it all right? Swiss franc is of Switzerland. As far as China is concerned, Japan is yen. Is it all right? They spell it as YEN. And as far as China is concerned, they it is yuan, YUAN. Is it all right? It is Chinese yuan. Is it all right? This is currency of China. Europe, like Germany, other countries of Europe, they are having euro as their currency. Is it all right? EURO, euro as their currency. England, United Kingdom is having sterling pound as their currency. This is a symbol of pound. So this is just knowledge of different currency, and as we know, this is USA's currency, which is US dollar, and normally denoted with the sign. Canada, it is Canadian dollar. Is it all right? This all are rates of foreign currency. Rate of foreign currency termed in terms of rupees. Now, whenever you are in India, whenever you are valuing anything, you will be valuing in rupees terms only, because you know your currency, your home currency is rupees. You cannot say this pen is of $2. You will always say this is of 150 rupees. Is it all right? So, whenever you express something, you always express in terms of rupees. So, as far as this basic lecture is concerned, we will be in India and we will be talking always about foreign currency. But in question, you might get a quote of this. Dollar 1.40 per pound. Yes, somewhat difficult. Sakshi, this rate is of what in terms of what? Stuti?
Yes, sir. It is the rate of pound in terms of dollars.
Yes, it is a rate of pound in terms of dollar. So whenever you will be purchasing or selling, it will be pound. It will not be dollar. But it will be in terms of dollar. You will be receiving 1.4 pound if you want to sell 1 pound. You will be receiving $1.4 if you want to sell 1 pound. If you want to purchase 1 pound, you will have to pay $1.40. That's it all. These are nothing but basic understanding of rate in foreign or rate of foreign currency. Let us go to next point. This was first point, that is rate. Let us go to next point. For some student, this might be extremely easy, but it is all right because I've started with base, so we'll be going one step ahead. That's it all. Try to concentrate a quote. The quote is ₹75 per dollar. Is it all right? There are two people. One is Jaimin, who is of India. Another is Mr. Jack, who is of USA. Is it all right? So these are the two people involved. Try to concentrate this rate. ₹75 per dollar. This is a rate available online. I am seeing the rate and the rate is showing 75 rupees per $1. This means this. Is it all? For Jaimin, this is a direct quote. For Mr. Jack, this quote is indirect quote. Why it is a direct, why this type of quote for an Indian person whose home country is India is termed as direct quote? Try to understand. There is no logic behind it. There's no law which is saying that this is the logic. But as per me, try to understand why it is direct quote. Normally, when a person is of India and he is seeing foreign currency rate, he will always be seeing in this term. Rupees rate of dollar in terms of rupees. Why? There is a reason. Suppose you are an importer and you are liable to pay $1 lakh. If you are having this rate, you are liable to pay because you are importer. Say you have imported the machine. Now if you want to, you cannot pay dollar because you are not earning in dollar. You will have to convert this into rupees. If you want to convert this into rupees, try to understand, you can directly multiply. So this type of quote is known as a direct quote. Can you directly multiply 75? The answer is yes. 75 rupees per dollar. That's all. What will be the answer is 75 lakhs. That's all. For Mr. Jack also, sir, it should be a direct quote. No, for him it will be indirect quote. Try to understand. Mr. Jack is importer in USA. So he will be liable to pay 1 lakh rupees, say, in India. Is it alright? He is in USA, he is earning in dollars, so he cannot pay in rupees. But he has imported machinery from India, so he'll have to pay rupees. So he will have to convert this rupees into dollar. And so, can he multiply directly 75? The answer is no, because this rate is of dollar, sorry, it is for rupees per dollar. Is it alright? Can he multiply this? The answer is no. The answer will not be 75 lakhs dollar. It will be something else. I'll tell you how to do it, but this cannot be directly multiplied for Jack, and this can be directly multiplied for Jaimin. So this is termed as a direct quote for Jaimin, and it is termed as indirect quote for Mr. Jack, who is staying in USA. Please, please, please try to concentrate over here. It is extremely, extremely important. Why this can be multiplied and this cannot be multiplied? Let us go to our 6th, 7th standard. Don't write down the rate in this manner. Write down the rate in this manner. Rupees per dollar. This rate also. Rupees per dollar. Remember simple multiplication rules. Can this dollar be cancelled? The answer is yes. Cancel it in paper also, whenever you are writing prelims also, whenever you are writing ICI exam also, cancel it so that examiner understand what you are doing. If you can cancel this, say this is in denominator, this is in numerator. Can you cancel it? The answer is yes. What will remain is rupees. Yes. This is rupees, this is rupees, this is dollar. So if you multiply this, it is rupees square divided by dollar, which actually is no rate. Is it alright? So this cannot be multiplied. So for Jack, this rate is indirect quote. And for Jaimin, this rate is direct quote. Is it alright? Now, we will be talking only about Jaimin, and Jaimin will be answering me whether this quote for him is direct or indirect. Yes, Jaimin, you can put the mic on. Tell me whether this is direct for you or indirect for you. We are talking from the point of view of only Jaimin, who is in India. Is it alright? Yes, Jaimin. Rupees 80 per pound. It is more than it, but let me take it right now, rupees 80 per pound. For Jaimin, it is direct or indirect? Yes, Jaimin.
Direct quote.
This is direct quote. Jaimin, you should keep your mic on. Rupees 60 per Japanese yen.
Direct quote.
0.10 dollar per rupees.
Indirect quote.
This is indirect. For Jaimin, you also it is indirect?
Yeah, for me, that will be indirect. The value is for rupees in terms of dollar.
Exactly. Is it alright? Try to understand always the asset should be on this side for Indian people. Here, our currency is asset. So if you want to purchase rupee and sell rupee, this rate will normally not be applicable for a person who is staying in India because he is already having rupees. Is it alright? What he wants is dollar or what he wants to sell is dollar. So this rate will not be directly applicable in India. Yes, next step will be, we will be converting direct into indirect, but try to understand this is indirect quote for Jaimin. Jaimin, for Jack, this quote is
Direct quote.
for Mr. Jack, who is of USA, for him this quote is a direct quote. Is it alright? For Mr. Jack, this is a direct quote. These are easy concepts. I know I am going slow for a reason because next step will become somewhat typical and I want to make that step also easy. So I am investing some time over here. But otherwise this is extremely easy. If you can directly multiply a rate, then it is a direct quote for that particular country. Is it alright? Let me prove this. $0.10 per rupee is direct for Mr. Jack. Mr. Jack was liable to pay 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh rupees. What is this quote? $0.10 per rupees. Mathematical. This is numerator, this is denominator. Can this be cancelled? The answer is yes. What will remain is dollar. 1 lakh into 0.10 is $10,000. See, for Mr. Jack, this quote can be directly multiplied, so it is termed as direct quote for Mr. Jack. This is, first we understood rate, second direct quote and indirect quote. Let us start with third one. Bid ask rate. That's alright. Try to concentrate a rate of rupees per dollar. It is a rate of rupees per dollar. Is it alright? And try to understand what is the rate. Is it alright? Rate is 74.50 slash 74.60. In practical life, the rate will be quoted in this manner. See, I have done rectangle, otherwise this is rupees 74.50 slash 74.60 dollar. This rate is of rupees per dollar. Jaimin, one more time. Forget about these two rates, but is this rate a direct for you or indirect for you?
It is direct quote.
Yes, it is direct quote for you. So, this is a direct quote for Jaimin, but try to understand the name of this quote. This rate is termed as bid rate. This rate is termed as ask rate. That's it, all right. This is bid rate. This is ask rate. That's it, all right. Try to concentrate. If you want to purchase a dollar, or if you want to sell dollar. See, this rate, as I told you, is purchasing and selling of an asset which is termed as dollar. But there will be a rate which is for purchase and there will be a rate which is for selling of dollar. Alright. Let me first explain you. If you are an importer, you will normally purchase a dollar because you have purchased machinery from USA of say $1 lakh. You will require that $1 lakh which you will be purchasing from your bank or foreign exchange dealer. If you are exporter, then you will be selling dollar. I want one student to answer me. Mehak, can you answer me? What do you think, which I have not explained you, but what do you think will be a rate applicable for purchasing dollar or selling dollar? Either it might be 74.60 or it might be 74.50.
Sir, I would purchase at 74.50 and sell at 74.60 because by selling I will get 10 paise more. And why would I purchase expensive? I would purchase at a cheap rate.
Alright, so for you, you think that this is a purchase rate, right? And yes, this is a sale rate. Alright. Stuti, do you agree?
Yes, sir, I agree.
Alright. Both of the answer is incorrect. Is it alright? Try to concentrate. You are not a bank. You are importer and exporter. Is it alright? Try to concentrate. You want to purchase a dollar and sell dollar. One of them, Mehak is importer. He will have to purchase dollar. Stuti is exporter. She will have to sell dollar. Is it all right? So I have intentionally written on a different side. Is it all right? If this rate is applicable for purchase and this rate is applicable for sale, then you should not do any other business in the world. What you should do is a daily purchase dollar and sell dollar. You will be earning 0.10 paisa for every dollar purchased and sold. What you should do is keep 100 crore rupees purchase dollar and sell dollar. Is it alright? You cannot earn profit by trading dollars. Try to understand from whom you will purchase dollar and sell dollar. Let me write down a bank name. Say SBI. So when you purchase dollar, who will be giving you dollar is SBI. When you are selling dollar, you are giving dollar to SBI. That's it all. So for SBI will be purchasing at 74.60 because you are selling it at 74.60 and SBI will be selling it at 74.50. So for every dollar, SBI will be having a loss of 0.10. From next day, SBI will stop dealing in dollars. Alright. Who should be earning profits in dealing of dollars? SBI Bank, Mehak or Stuti? Mehak.
Of course, the counterparty.
Exactly. You cannot earn profit by purchasing and selling dollar. Is it alright? So, try to understand. For a customer, I am not talking about bank. For a customer, you can always purchase at a higher rate and sell at a lower rate. For whom I am talking about, not SBI. I am talking about customer. Customer, as far as a foreign exchange currency is concerned, can purchase at higher rate and sell at lower rate. Otherwise, I would not be, believe me, recording this videos for purpose of money. What I'll be doing is I'll be going to forex market, purchasing dollar, selling dollar, purchasing dollar, selling dollar. This is what I would be doing daily. Is it all right? Yes, SBI is foreign currency dealer. They will be earning profits from it. And what is the profit? Is difference between these two. It is 0.10. Let me give you technical answer of this. 0.10 is termed as spread. Difference between purchase price and sell price. So, if you are a customer, if you want to purchase, you can purchase at a higher rate. That is 74.60. So, this is a purchase rate of dollar, of course, for customer. And customer can sell at a lower rate. That is 75 that is sell rate of dollar, of course, for customer. Sorry. You can purchase at a higher rate, sell at a lower rate. Sorry. Why the answer was incorrect? Understand, in 100% of classes, those who have not done Forex anytime, this answer is always incorrect. Why it is incorrect? Of student try to concentrate. Because of the name. Bid in any case means purchase. Bid is having a dictionary meaning of purchase. And ask is having a dictionary meaning of sale. I am telling you reverse. I am saying ask is the rate at which you can purchase. Bid is the rate at which you can sell. So there is a confusion. Is it alright? Please try to understand. If you remember this, it is never a confusion, and try to understand the logical idea of name. Have they done any mistake of writing the name of the rate? The answer is no. The name of the rate, that is bid and ask, is given from the point of view of a bank. So try to understand, if Mahek is purchasing dollar at 74.60, bank is selling dollar. Bank is selling dollar if Mahek is purchasing. Bank is selling, so the name is given from the point of view of a bank. Is it alright? If Stuti is selling dollar, Stuti is selling dollar, then bank is purchasing dollar. And you can purchase at a bid rate. Purchasing and selling, the name bid and ask is given from the point of view of a bank. So if you are a customer, please try to concentrate. You can purchase at a higher rate and sell at a lower rate. Higher rate will be always on right hand side. Lower rate will always be on left hand side. Try to concentrate. Once again, I am writing the rate. Rupees 61.50 slash 62.00 yen. I don't know the price of yen today, but I don't know even the range, but I have just written the quote. Sorry. This is the higher price. If I am a customer, normally I will be an importer because I need to purchase yen. Is it alright? 62, if I am a customer, this is the price at which I can purchase yen. If I am a customer, this is the price at which I can sell yen. Is it alright? Even if this is the purchase price of yen, this is termed as ask. Even if this is the purchase sell price of a yen, this is termed as bid. Because the names are given from the perspective of counterparty and not customer. But you will be getting 99% sum based upon customer. So you need to understand, you can always purchase at a higher rate and sell at a lower rate. Is it alright? You can purchase at a higher rate, sell at a lower rate. Now, throughout the world, always the quotation is given in this manner. So higher rate will be on right hand side and lower rate will be on left hand side. It is always a bid ask rate which is given in practical life. I will be showing you today the price of the dollar. Not even today, right now the price of dollar. All of you can say this, my arrow. Bid ask 74.429, 74.468. Yes, Stuti, can you see this rate?
Yes, sir.
I'm just making bold of this. It is 74.429 and 74.46. This is the dollar rate today. 74.429. This is 74.468. This is rupees per dollar rate. Stuti, you need to tell me which is bid, which is ask.
74.429 is bid and
Yes.
74.468 is ask.
Ask. If you are an importer, at what price you can purchase dollar?
74.468.
Yes, this is the purchase price for Stuti as far as the dollar is concerned. Yes, if you are an exporter, at what rate you can sell dollar?
74.429.
Yes, this is the sell price for Stuti of dollar. That's right. I hope this is absolutely clear. The rate will be always quoted. In practical life, there will be always a bid rate and a ask rate. Bid rate is a rate at which a customer can sell dollar. Ask rate is a rate at which customer can purchase dollar. That's all. This was concept of bid and ask. That's all. Let us go for again the quote of direct quote and indirect quote. Again, I am going to the concept of direct versus indirect. We will be taking an Indian person, Jaimin. He is in India and this is a quote. Rupees 75 per dollar. Jaimin, again you need to help me out. This is direct for you or indirect for you?
Direct for me.
This is direct quote for you. Sure?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Now try to understand what I am doing. I am converting for Jaimin. Why is a separate question. I am converting this direct quote into indirect quote. I am converting this into indirect quote. Jaimin is in India. So for Jaimin, try to understand what is this quote. It is rupees per dollar quote. What is indirect quote for Jaimin who is staying in India is nothing but dollar per rupee. Dollar per rupee is nothing but indirect quote for Jaimin. I am converting this same quote into an indirect quote and very easy method. You just need to do reciprocal of this figure. Is it alright? So, what is the indirect quote? Dollar per rupee is nothing but 1 divided by 75. I'll be doing it in calculator. 1 divided by 75 is nothing but 1 divided by 75 is 0.0133. 0.0133. Is it? What is this quote? Dollar per 1 rupee. Dollar per rupee. Jaimin, you are still online. You can tell me this rate is direct or indirect for you.
Indirect quote.
This is indirect quote and please try to understand both quote are mathematically same. Is it alright? This rate and this rate both are equal rate. There is no difference in rate. This is just a rate of dollar. This is rate of rupees, so it is denominated in a different manner. This is converting. This was direct for Jaimin. I have converted into indirect and that is nothing. Converting direct quote into indirect quote. Is it alright? Kajal, you are on the line?
Yes, sir.
Alright, help me out with, you are in India. rupees per 100 rupees per pound is a rate. It is direct for you, indirect for you?
Direct.
This is the direct quote for you. Alright. Can you help me convert it into indirect quote?
Pound 0. 1 second. 0.
Tell me how you did it.
I divided by 100.
1 divided by 100.
100.
You just need to do reciprocal of it. Is it alright? You just need to divide it by 1. 1 divided by this figure is nothing but rate of. Help me out. Rate of?
Pound per rupees.
Pound per rupees. And you are in India. Is it alright? You are in India. This was direct quote for you. This quote is?
Direct. Indirect.
This is indirect for you. It will be 0.01. Is it alright? Pound per rupees is direct quote. Very easy. If you do reciprocal of the quote, direct will become indirect, indirect will become direct. Is it alright? Mehak. You are in India.
Indirect quote for me.
This is indirect quote for you. Try to understand the technique which is good for converting direct into indirect is also good for converting indirect into direct. Is it alright? Mac, you need to help me out to convert it into direct quote. First tell me what will be the direct quote.
Direct quote would be whatever is the answer, rupees per dollar.
Rupees per yen.
Yes, sir, I mean rupees per yen.
And what you will be writing on the side? What is the rate? 1 divided by
0.20.
0.20. So you are not sitting with calculator. It is 1 divided by 0.20 is nothing but 5 rupees per yen. So the technique which is good for converting direct into indirect is good for converting indirect into direct. You just need to do reciprocal of it. Is it alright? Last one, let's take one more student. Sakshi, you are on the line? No, I think she is not on the line. Jaimin.
Yes, sir.
You are getting this?
Yes, sir.
Should I ask you somewhat difficult?
Yes, sir.
Alright. You are in UK where your home currency is pound. Is it alright?
Okay.
The rate quoted is 0.90 pound per dollar. I have not included rupees anywhere. Rupees is not concerned. You need to tell me you are staying in United Kingdom, England.
Okay.
For you, for Jaimin, this quote is direct quote or indirect quote.
Direct quotes.
Think again.
Sure, sir. Direct quote.
This is direct quote for you. Why? Try to understand, convert it into India. If it is India, it is rupees per dollar rate. If it is England, it is pound per dollar rate, which is a direct quote. Is it alright? So, pound per dollar is a direct quote. Is it alright? Jaimin, you need to help me to convert it into a indirect quote.
Sir, it will be 1 divided by 0.90. That is 1.11.
Whatever it is, that is, we are not concerned. It will be? What is the rate?
Dollar per pound.
This will be dollar per pound. And this will become indirect for Jaimin. Is it alright? This is an indirect quote for Jaimin. This was direct quote which was converted into indirect quote. So, wherever you are staying, try to understand. Normally in the question it will be rupees per dollar, rupees per pound. But there are n numbers of questions where India will not be involved. UK and US will be involved. UK and Germany will be involved. And the question will be framed in that manner. So, you need to understand this should be home currency, this should be foreign currency, then it is a direct quote. If this is a foreign currency and this is an home currency, it is an indirect quote. Is it alright? You can always take reference from rupees. Rupees per dollar is a direct quote, but dollar per rupee is a indirect quote. Is it alright? So you can always take the reference. If you are in India, rupees should be on left hand side. So if you are in UK, sterling should be on left hand side. Pound sterling should be on left hand side. Is it alright? This is converting direct quote into indirect quote. Is it alright? We are still continuing direct quote with indirect quote. Please concentrate. Mr. X, who is in India, there is a direct quote for him which is 74 rupees and 75 rupees per dollar. Is it alright? Deepak, you are on the line?
Yes, sir.
Alright, can you tell me, this is a direct quote for Mr. X or indirect quote for Mr. X?
It's a direct quote.
This is a direct quote for Mr. X. Just let us revise. What is bid, what is ask?
Sir, ask is 75 and bid is 74.
Alright, this is bid rate, this is ask rate. If you are an importer and you want to purchase dollar, which rate will be applicable? You want to purchase dollar.
Sir, 75.
Alright, so if you want to purchase dollar as a customer, it will be 75. And of course, if you want to sell dollar, it will be
74.
74. Starting. Yes. Try to concentrate. If you are purchasing dollar, ultimately what you are giving or what you are selling is selling rupees. Believe me. See, when we purchase something, we give something, and what we give is what we are selling. Is it all? So if you understand both, not as a currency, as an asset, you are selling rupees. Whenever you sell dollar, you are practically purchasing rupees. Is it all? As Deepak told, this is correct. This is a direct quote. Try to concentrate over here. I am converting now the real rates, which is given in bid and ask form, into indirect quote. Direct to indirect quote. All of you concentrate. It is not at all difficult, but somewhat you need to understand the logic. I will be doing reciprocal in bid also and in ask also. That's all right. And the rate will become dollar per rupees. And it will become indirect quote for Mr. X. Is it all right? Agreed. But this should not be done. 1 divided by 74 and 1 divided by 75. This is not correct. First, let us understand the procedure and then let us understand the logic. Whenever you do direct into indirect, bid will become ask and ask will become bid. So 74 will become denominator of ask. Let me draw it with different color line. 74 will become denominator of ask. 74.00. And 75 will become denominator of bid. So bid will become denominator of ask and ask will become denominator of bid. 75. Let me actually find out the answer. 1 divided by 75, 0.0133. And 1 divided by 74, it is 0.0135. Is a rate for dollar per rupee, which will be indirect quote for Mr. X. Let me ask to one of the student, why bid is going in the denominator of ask and ask is going in the denominator of bid, if anyone can answer. No one?
Sir, that means if we talk about ask rate of dollar per rupee,
Yes.
and that I want to purchase a dollar in exchange of rupees. So
Purchase a rupee in exchange of dollar.
yeah.
Yes.
So in a direct quote, the bid rate is I mean selling rate.
Alright.
So
Correct.
for the opposite party, it will become purchasing rate.
Exactly. Is it alright? See, the concept is correct. First, try to concentrate. Left hand side is a bid rate and right hand side is an ask rate. For any rate in the world, ask will always be higher than bid. Ask will always be higher than bid. Ask is always higher than bid. And there are no exceptions to it. This quote is a direct quote for a person who is staying in USA. So he will be purchasing and selling rupees. For him, if he is now let us move to USA. Not physically, but let us move through mind in USA. We are staying in USA. Then this is a direct quote for us. We want to purchase rupees. It will be available at higher rate. We want to sell rupees. It will be at lower rate. This is always the case. Purchasing a foreign currency and selling the foreign currency, purchase it is at higher rate and sell is at lower rate. Is it alright? Purchase rupees, sell rupees. Purchase rupees, so you are technically selling dollar. Sell rupees, so you are technically purchasing dollar. Sell rupees means you are technically purchasing dollar. Try to understand this. Purchasing dollar, what should be applicable is 75. Selling rupees, what should be applicable is 75. Purchasing rupees, what should be applicable is 74. Of course, we are doing reciprocal. Selling dollar, what should be applicable is 74. Is it alright? The basic concept is the bid and ask rate. Bid is always lower than ask, or ask is always higher than bid. If you are doing reciprocal, higher the number in denominator, lower will be the answer. Is it alright? Say this, 1 divided by 1, 1 divided by 2. Which is higher in denominator? 2 is higher in denominator. This answer will always be lower. Higher the number in the denominator, lower is the answer. So, always it should be reciprocal, but you will also have to change the side of it to convert your direct quote into indirect quote. Try to concentrate. I am taking one more rate. Rupees 80/81 per pound. Let me not write down in this manner. It is rupees per pound. That's all right. Aarti, you are on the line?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you convert this into pound per rupees? Yes. First, can you tell me which is bid rate, which is ask rate?
81 is ask rate and 80 is bid rate.
Alright. If you want to purchase a pound, which will be applicable?
81.
And if you want to sell pound, then?
80.
Alright. Let us convert it into indirect. First, I need to do reciprocal in both?
Yes.
Alright.
1 divided by 81.
Yes.
And 1 divided by 80. Yeah.
See, bid will become ask and ask will become bid. That does not mean now name of this will be bid. Huh? The number of bid will be in the denominator of ask, and the number of ask will be in denominator of bid. That is what I need to say. Still, for pound per rupees rate, this is a bid rate and this is an ask rate. And believe me, ask will always be higher than bid. Let me prove it by just 1 divided by 81 is 0.0123. And 1 divided by 80 is 0.0125. This will always be higher than this rate. Is it alright? Stuti, last one. Stuti, you are comfortable in this?
Yes, sir.
Should I ask a difficult one?
Yes, sir.
Alright. You are in USA and dollar is your home currency. The rate quoted is 0.90 slash 1.00 pound per dollar. First, you need to tell me this is an indirect quote for you or direct quote for you.
Indirect quote.
It is direct?
Indirect.
Alright, it is indirect quote for you. Alright, which is bid rate and which is ask rate?
0.9 is bid rate
Yes.
and 1 is ask rate.
Alright, if I will not ask this question throughout the all the lectures of Forex, it is absolutely alright. Left hand side always the rate written is bid and right hand side is ask, whether it is direct, indirect, anything. And ask is always greater than bid. Is it all? This is pound per dollar rate. Is it all? You need to convert it into direct quote for you. What will be the name of the quote? Pound per dollar?
Dollar per pound.
It will be dollar per pound. Can you help me out over here?
Yes, sir. 1 by 1
Yes.
is the rate and 1 by 0.9 is the ask rate.
1 by 0.9 is an ask rate. Still it will be ask greater than bid. Believe me, the answer will be yes. This is 1. 1 divided by 0.90.
1.11.
It is 1.11.
Yes, sir.
1.11. This is the rate of dollar per pound. Alright. So bid will become denominator of ask and ask will become denominator of bid when you want to convert a direct quote into indirect quote. Alright. So what we started with, understanding the rate, direct quote, indirect quote. Then we understood bid and ask. What is the meaning of bid and ask? This will be purchase rate. This will be sell rate if you are a customer. The name are given in a reverse manner because the name is from the point of view of a banker or foreign exchange dealer. This is the rate at which you can purchase even if the name of the rate is asked. So what is a good logic? If you purchase at a higher rate. If you sell at a lower rate. Is it alright? What we are learning next is cross currency. Try to concentrate. There are two rates. We are in India and there are two rates quoted. First, let me not take bid and ask and let me take a static rate, which is rupees 50, 70 rupees per dollar. And both are direct quote. 90 rupees per pound. We are in India, so this both are direct quote for us. Someone asked us, sir, what is a dollar per pound rate? Now why they are asking us is a different question, but if someone asks us, I want to find out dollar per pound rate from the rate which are applicable for me. Is it all right? These are the two rates given. I want to find out the rate of dollar per pound. Please all of you concentrate. This becomes very easy. You just need to know if there is something in numerator and denominator and they both are equal, they can be cancelled. If you know just simple mathematics, you can solve cross currency rates. Is it all right? I am writing the rates in the proper manner. 70 rupees per dollar, 90 rupees per pound. Always write it down in this manner, numerator and denominator. If I multiply this both, can anything be cancelled? No. Dollar is in denominator, pound is in denominator, rupees is in numerator, rupees is in numerator. But if I do reciprocal or convert a direct into indirect, this quote, let me change the color. I am converting this into direct into indirect. What is the rate applicable? Pound per rupees. If I made a reciprocal of this, what is the rate applicable? Pound per rupees. Still, rupees can be cancelled. The answer is yes. But then what will be the rate which I will be getting? It is a pound per dollar. Which rate I want? Dollar per pound. Still I am not getting a desired rate. I need to still reciprocal it. Sorry. Try to concentrate once again. What is a good idea? If I do reciprocal of this, I am doing somewhat fast. Try to concentrate. Dollar per rupees. Converting direct into indirect. What will be my answer? 1/70. Forget about this rate now. If I multiply this two rate, rupees will get cancelled. What will remain is a dollar per pound which was required. So what I need to do is 1/70, which is a rate of dollar per rupees, multiplied by 90, because I have not done reciprocal of this. This I have kept as it is. So rupees will get cancelled. What will remain is a dollar per pound. Is it alright? What is the answer of dollar per pound? Is nothing but 90 divided by 70. It is 1.2857. 1.2857 dollar per pound rate. Correct. So in India, someone is having business in USA also, they are having business in UK also, and they were requiring this rate, which is dollar per pound rate, but it was not directly quoted in India. So we have used this cross currency rate to find out the rate of dollar per pound. Correct. Let me see, cross currency will run for 15-20 minutes, half an hour. So you can get it at any time. So I'm not just asking whether you have understood or not. In second question, you might understood if you have not understood in first. The rate given are 74/75 rupees per dollar. 89/90 rupees per pound. What I require is a dollar. In previous case, it was dollar per pound. So let me find out pound per dollar. What is required is pound per dollar. Is it all? See, in initial stage, I request you to draw all this. Is it all right? Then once you get confidence, you can do it in shortcut manner. Is it all right? So what is 74 and 75? It is rupees per dollar rate. What is this rate? 89 and 90. It is rupees per pound rate. Is it all right? I want to multiply this and want to get this answer. Mac is on the line. Can you give me the answer? Which rate I should reciprocal and which rate I should not reciprocal? Aarti?
You should reciprocal 89 divided by 90.
No, I want which rate? Rupees per pound or rupees per dollar?
Rupees per pound.
Rupees per pound. He is correct. Why? If I do reciprocal of this, concentrate. Rupees per pound. If I do reciprocal, it will be pound per rupees. Rupees will get cancelled. Pound divided by dollar, that is my rate, will be pound per rupees. So what Max suggested? You should do reciprocal of this. You should not do reciprocal of this, and you will be getting desired rate of pound per rupees. I am rewriting it. I don't need to do reciprocal of this. Is it alright? See how I am writing. Bid slash ask pound per dollar. This rate I need not do reciprocal. So 74 will remain in bid. 75 will remain in ask. Try to understand which rate I have written. This rate 74 and 75 is rupees per dollar. I need to do reciprocal of this. Mac, you are on the line. You need to help me out. Reciprocal this rate to pound per rupees.
74 into 90.
Alright, 74 into 90 is the rate of pound per rupees, sure?
Yes.
No.
No.
It is 74 into 1 divided by 90. Where is the reciprocal? Is it alright? You are converting direct into indirect. Ask will become bid and bid will become ask. Is it alright? So, it should be 1 divided by 90. Try to concentrate what is this rate. 1 divided by 90 is not rupees per pound. I have done an direct to indirect. So, the rate is a pound per rupees. May I continue? 70. What will be ask rate as far as a pound per rupees is concerned?
75 into 1 divided by 89.
1 divided by 89. So this rate I have reciprocal, and when you reciprocal, always remember this. Bid will become, the bid will become denominator of ask, and ask will become denominator of bid. Then only you can convert a direct into indirect. Which rate was to be converted direct into indirect? This rate was to be converted direct into indirect for getting desired result. Rupees per dollar, pound per rupees, I have multiplied. Rupees will get cancelled. This rate, whatever I am getting, is nothing but pound per dollar. You can see it over here. I am not finding out the rate, but believe me, this rate will be higher and this rate will be lower. It cannot change. Is it alright? This is nothing but cross currency. Two currencies are not directly quoted, and we are finding out that quote. Is it alright? Next, rupees (20/21) rupees per yen. This rate I am writing fictitious, and 40/41. The rate is yen per dollar. I want answer of rupees per dollar. This is what is required. Rupees per dollar. Is it alright? Stuti, can you help me? Which two rates are available? Rupees per yen and yen per dollar. If I multiply this two rate, will I get desired result?
Yes, sir.
The answer is yes. Why? Yen will get cancelled. Answer will be rupees per dollar. So neither this is to be reciprocal, neither this is to be reciprocal. Neither this is to be converted into direct into indirect, neither this is to be converted into direct into indirect, and ultimately this rate should be kept as it is. Always find out in this manner. Bid/ask. My answer will be rupees per dollar if I don't reciprocal any rate. Bid is 20. What is 20 rate? Rupees per yen. Ask is 21, which is the rate? Rupees per yen. Multiplied by, what is the yen? rate yen per dollar. Yen per dollar rate is 40 and yen per dollar rate is 41. Stuti, don't we need to do bid to ask and ask to bid? I have written bid in bid and ask in ask. Huh? It is correct or incorrect?
It is correct, sir.
Why? I need not do bid to ask and ask to bid.
Because you are not reciprocating anything.
Exactly. I am not converting direct into indirect. I am getting the direct answer by just finding out the answer. Is it alright? This is 800 slash 861 rupees per dollar. The rates are weird because I have not taken this as an actual rate. Is it alright? So rupees per dollar rate is coming 861 something. Is it alright? It will not be much gap, but this is just for academic purpose. So I am taking any random rates to find out the answer. Is it alright? Yes. Aarti. In the same case, I want answer of dollar per rupees, if you are comfortable.
Then you have to reciprocate first rate, that is rupees per yen.
Alright, then which rate you will be having if you reciprocate this, agreed, this will be reciprocate. Then what rate I will be getting? Yen per rupees. Alright. What you will multiply it directly with this? Yen per dollar. Can anything be cancelled?
Yes.
What can be cancelled?
Yen. No.
Yen cannot be cancelled. This is in numerator. This is in numerator. You need to apply mathematical concept only.
No, we have to reciprocate second.
You will have to reciprocal both. Don't get confused. Is it alright? You will have to reciprocate both the rate. Is it alright? Then this rate will become yen per rupees and this rate will become dollar per yen. Now Aarti, can you cancel yen?
Yes.
Yes. What rate you will be getting?
Dollar
per rupees. All of you concentrate how I need to reciprocal this rate also. I need to reciprocate this rate also. Is it alright? Try to concentrate over here. I am having less space, but I can manage it. Always write this bid / ask. I need to reciprocate this. Yes. Then first you need to do this 1 divided by. Bid will become denominator of ask and ask will become denominator of bid. 1 divided by 20. 1 divided by 21. It is just art of solving the question. Can you tell me this rate which I have written 1/21 and 1 divided by 20 and 1 divided by 21. This is which rate, Aarti? 1 divided by 21 and 1 divided by 20. It is which rate? Aarti? Mac?
Yen per rupees.
It is yen per rupees. Is it alright? It was rupees per yen rate which I have converted into indirect or which I have reciprocated. Is it alright? So it will be yen per rupees. Is it alright? And always this also I need to reciprocate. Is it alright? If I need to do reciprocate, always write down this. Bid will become ask, ask will become bid. This 40 will come in ask. 41 will come in bid. Can you tell me, Mac, which is this rate? 1 divided by 41 and 1 divided by 40. Yen per dollar?
Yes, yen per dollar. Yen will get cancelled.
It is yen per dollar rate, 1 divided by 41 and 1 divided by 40.
Dollar per yen, you confused. Dollar per yen.
It is dollar per yen. That's dollar. You cannot say they both are same rate, they both are totally different rates. Yen will get cancelled. The answer will be dollar per rupees. And if you multiply this both answers, you will be getting bid rate and ask rate, and that rate will be nothing but dollar per rupees. Alright, one student can answer me. From this rate, can I find out the rate of dollar per rupees in this example rather than doing this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Keshav, how?
By reciprocal, sir.
By reciprocal. Try to understand. From this rate, you can directly find out the indirect quote or dollar per rupees rate. How? It can be done in this manner. 1 divided by 861 slash 1 divided by 800. It will be reciprocal, so the rate will be dollar per rupees. But understand, whenever you convert direct into indirect or indirect into direct, whenever you do reciprocal, bid will become ask and ask will become bid. Is it alright? So you cannot do 1 divided by 800 and 1 divided by 861 because you are in hurry. Is it alright? You need to convert bid into ask and ask into bid. This is cross currency. Is it alright? And it is general multiplication. Which rate you need to reciprocal, which rate you need not reciprocal, you will be getting answer of it. Is it alright? Alright, let me see, sometimes some student feels that this type of style of solving, reciprocal, non-reciprocal, is somewhat typical. Let me change some style and try to explain in that particular form. Is it all? Two rates are given. Rupees 70 slash 71 rupees per dollar, 30 slash 31 rupees per Thai baht. Thai baht is currency of Thailand. 2 slash 3 rupees per Thai baht. See, normally the spread difference between bid and ask is not so much, but just for the purpose of explanation, I am giving you this answer. Is it all? What rate? These two rates are given in India, where in India both are direct quote. What is the rate required is Thai baht per dollar. One of the Thailand businessmen is doing business in India and he wants direct quote for dollar, but in India, not in Thailand. Is it all? So I can use this both rate and find out the answer. Is it all? First, which two rates are available? 70 slash 71 rupees per dollar. Another rate available? 2 slash 3 rupees per Thai baht. Just try to have an overview of this. Which currency, if I will reciprocal, then I can multiply both. I can multiply both and get the desired answer. What is desired answer? Thai baht divided by dollar. Not, it is not divided by, but it is Thai baht per dollar. Is it alright? Which currency I need to do reciprocal? Aarti, if you are in line, online. I think she has missed out. Deepak. Yes, Aarti.
Rupees per Thai baht.
Rupees per Thai baht, if you will reciprocate, then you will be getting desired answer?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Alright, let me change the color and try out. If this becomes a Thai baht, if you will reciprocate, it will become Thai baht per rupees? Rupees will get cancelled. You will be getting Thai baht per dollar, which is your desired answer. You are correct. Is it alright? Now, let me rub this over here. I know that I need to reciprocate this. So I need to convert it into Thai baht per rupees. How to do reciprocal of this? It is 1 divided by 3 slash 1 divided by 2. Bid will become ask denominator. Ask will become bid's denominator. Now, you just need to multiply bid and ask and ask. Is it alright? So 70 into 1 by 3 slash 71 into 1 by 2 is nothing but a Thai baht per rupees. See, once again, don't do reciprocal. We have already done this. This rate is Thai baht per rupees. Now, bid will be multiplied by bid and ask will be multiplied by ask. rupees will get cancelled. What will be this answer is Thai baht per rupees, which is nothing but 70 divided by 3 is 23.33 and 71 divided by 2 it is 35.5. Is it alright? Don't doubt my love for my country. Thai baht is actually cheaper than rupees, but this is just an theoretical example which I am taking. There is no intention of valuing Thai baht at more rate as compared to rupees. Is it alright? But it is absolutely alright. This is just for example purpose. I hope all of you are getting how to change the answer if the currency is directly not quoted in India. Is it alright? I want one more question and then we'll be going ahead. I am having 1.40 slash 1.50 dollar per pound rate. I am also having 0.12 slash 0.13 pound per yen rate. That's right. What I want is yen per dollar. Is it all right? See what I do, if I am a student, what I do that I am going to tell you. Is it all? I just decide which rate will be reciprocal, which rate will not be reciprocal. You can find out another technique also, but I feel that this technique is extremely simple. Is it? First I write down the rates. Dollar per pound multiplied by pound per yen. These are the rates which are applicable. Pound can get cancelled, but what rate I'll be getting is dollar per yen. What rate required is yen per dollar. Sorry, yen per pound. Sorry, yen per dollar is required, right? What rate is required is yen per dollar. If I just multiply this both, what I get is dollar per yen. But I want yen per dollar. So yen should be in numerator. So I need to reciprocal this. Bring yen in numerator. Divided by pound. So I need to reciprocal this. Tick mark this. I need to reciprocal this. But once yen come over here and pound come over here, your pound already is in denominator. So I even need to reciprocal this. So I'll be reciprocaling this. Whatever is done in this red rectangle, I need to practically I need to reciprocal both the rates. If I reciprocal this is pound per dollar. Pound will get cancelled. I will be getting answer of yen per dollar. I need to reciprocal both the rates. Bid, ask. 1 divided by 1 divided by. This rate I need to reciprocal, yes. Then it will be 1.50, 1.40. Bid will become denominator of ask. Ask will become denominator of bid because I want to do reciprocal of this. Do I need to reciprocal second rate also? Yes. Is it because I have decided first only. Is it alright? So it will be 1 divided by 1 divided. Whenever it is reciprocal, first write down 1 divided by. Bid will become denominator of ask and ask will become denominator of bid. My desired answer will be yen per dollar, which was nothing but which was asked. Yen per dollar. This will be the rate. Is it alright? 1 divided by 1.50 multiplied by 1 divided by 0.30. Is it alright? This will be my answer of yen per dollar. Alright. Sir, had I multiplied this both rate, I would have got answer of pound getting cancelled. I would have got answer of dollar per yen. Let me do it. Is it alright? If I just multiply this two rate, bid and ask 1.40, 1.50, 0.12, 0.13. But this would be the rate of dollar per yen. What was required was yen per dollar. So sir, can I not reciprocal this and find out the answer? You can always do it. 1 divided by 1 divided by. But bid will become ask. 1.40 into 0.12. And ask will become bid. 1.50 into 0.13. Believe me, this answer and this answer is same. This answer and this answer is same. You reach by any method, but you need to reach at a point where you get yen per dollar. Is it all right? This is the way of solving cross currency. Way of solving cross currency. Next, I am taking 3 rates and then I want to find out the answer. Please try to concentrate which are the rates given. 70/71 rupees per dollar. Let me write down in this manner only. Rupees per dollar. 90/91 is rupees per pound. And that is third rate which is applicable, which is 100/101 Thai baht per pound. Now I devalued Thai baht as compared to rupees. Is it all right? What I want is, I want the answer of Thai baht per dollar. Is it all right? Just try to visualize. If I multiply this 3 rate, I want a Thai baht in numerator. Is Thai baht in numerator? Yes. Then I will not reciprocal this rate. I will not change direct into indirect or indirect into direct as far as this rate is concerned. Is it all right? Let me write down something. I will not change this rate. Is it all right? Thai baht because it is in numerator. Is it all right? Pound I don't want. Is it all right? But the pound is in denominator. Is it all right? See here there is no pound. So I need to cancel pound, but I am not changing the side of this rate. So pound will remain in denominator. So if I want to cancel pound, I need to keep it in numerator. Is it all right? So this rate, I will do reciprocal of it. This rate I'll do reciprocal. I will change the rate from direct into indirect or indirect into direct. Now concentrate, the pound is in denominator, rupees is in numerator once I change this. Is it alright? Rupees is in numerator, here as I have changed it, it has come into denominator, rupees can get cancelled. Dollar is already in denominator, so no need to change this rate, not change this rate. Is it alright? What I have decided? I will not change this rate. I will change this rate. I will not change this rate. Let me find out whether my answers will be correct or not. Am I changing this rate? No, it will remain rupees per dollar. Am I changing this rate? Yes. It will become reciprocal. It will become pound per rupees. Am I changing this rate? No. Then it will remain Thai baht per pound. Try to cancel numerator and denominator. Pound will get cancelled. Rupees will get cancelled. What will remain is a Thai baht per dollar, which is required. So my answer is absolutely correct. If I don't do reciprocal, if I do reciprocal, and if I don't do reciprocal. Don't do reciprocal, do reciprocal, don't do reciprocal. Sorry. But solving is it also somewhat typical? Huh? Always divide the rate into bid and ask. Take one by one rate. Is it all right? First take this rate, rupees per dollar. Is it direct rupees per dollar? Yes. Do you need to reciprocal it? No. Then keep 70 and 71. Don't do this, huh? 70, 71. The 71 is not a bid rate. It is an ask rate. You need to write down ask rate. 71. I have written this rate. Now write this rate, pound per rupees, but I am having rupees per pound. Initially I have decided that I am going to convert this, or I am going to reciprocal this. Then reciprocal this into 1 divided by 1. Whenever you do reciprocal, write down this much. Is that alright? Bid will become ask will become bid. I have written this rate, and believe me, which rate I have written will be pound per rupees. No sir, the rate given is rupees per pound, but I have reciprocal it, so the rate becomes pound per rupees. Sorry. Third, Thai baht per pound. Which is this rate? Thai baht per pound. I have already decided I am not going to reciprocal this. Sorry. If you are not going to reciprocal this, 100 is bid, 101 is ask. Sorry. Mac, you will help me out. 70 is what rate of bid? What is the name of this rate? 70.
70 is rupees per dollar.
Rupees per dollar. Alright. 1 divided by 91. Understand what I am asking you. 1 divided by 91 is bid rate of which? It is bid rate of which rate?
It is yen per rupees.
Yen is not there. Pound.
Sorry, I mean rupees.
Pound per rupees. You are correct. It is not rupees per pound. It given is rupees per pound.
We have reciprocal.
You have reciprocal it. And what is this 100?
100 is again Thai baht per pound.
Pound. Believe me, if you will again cancel it, you will be getting Thai baht per dollar. What you have written over here is also same. On this side is also same. So your currency rate will be alright. It is 7,000 divided by 91. It is 76.92. And this is 71 into 101 divided by 90 is 79.67. My rate, required rate is 76.92, bid 79.67, ask, and the rate is Thai baht per dollar. And please understand, after calculating any of the rate, if the ask figure is not higher than bid, your calculation is incorrect somewhere. It is not at all possible. Whatever you do, it is not possible. This rate should be higher. This rate should be lower. Is it alright? So this is nothing but Thai baht per dollar rate. Is it alright? Next, 3 currency rates are quoted. One is a pound per dollar. Is it alright? It is 0.80/0.81. Another rate quoted is Swiss franc per dollar. Swiss franc per dollar is 1.30/1.40. Another rate given is Swiss franc per rupees, which is again 0.70, 0.90/0.91. What is the desired rate? Is rupees per pound. You need to find out rupees per pound rate. Is it alright? I'm giving you some time. Use your book, pen, calculator. Try to find out rupees per pound rate. You can just raise your hand on Zoom app if you find out the answer. Alright. So Mehak is with us and he will be solving the answer and finding out rupees per pound. Let's start it. First, I'm writing all the rates. Mehak, you need to help me out which rate I should reciprocal, which rate I should not, and why.
Yes.
Alright, pound per dollar.
Yes, sir. You should reciprocal it.
Alright,
Because we want pound in denominator and dollar we do not need it at all.
Alright, because pound is required in denominator, I need to reciprocal this. So you are reciprocaling this. That's alright.
Yes.
Yes. Then this.
We will solve it afterwards. We can go to the third one.
Alright. Yes.
Third one we will reciprocal because we want rupees in numerator.
Alright. You will reciprocal because you
Yes.
want rupees in numerator.
Numerator.
Is it all? What will be your new rate? I'll tell you. Is it all? Your new rate will be dollar per pound because you are doing reciprocal of it. CHF per dollar because you have not said anything about it. And
Yes.
this you are reciprocaling, so it is rupees per CHF. Is your
CHF and dollar will get cancelled.
dollar will get cancelled?
CHF
will get cancelled. What you will be getting is rupees per
dollar.
pound. Yes, it is correct. Is it all? So you are reciprocaling this. You are doing reciprocal of this, but you are not doing reciprocal of this. Is it alright? Yes. Help me out with bid and ask. Bid, ask. First, help me out with dollar per pound rate.
Yes. As we will be reciprocating both of them, bid will be going into ask and ask will be going into bid.
Ask will be going into bids.
And bid will be going into ask.
Denominator.
Yes, I mean denominator.
Yes. So it will be 0.81.
Yes.
And here 1 divided by 0.80. Alright. Go to CHF per dollar rate.
That will be as it is.
This will be as it is. Yes. It is 1.30 and
1.4.
should I reciprocal this? 1.4 should I write down in bid?
No.
Why?
Because we are not doing anything with it.
Alright. We want CHF per dollar rate and we are writing CHF per dollar rate. Yes. Third rate. Rupees per CHF.
Again, we will need to reciprocal. 1 divided by 0.91.
Alright. 1 divided by 0.9. Yes. Always 90 or 91?
91, sir. 91.
Alright. 91 because bid will become ask will become bid. And 1 divided by
0.90.
0.90. Sorry. So, whatever is the answer, let us not find out the answer, but whatever is the answer, Mac, you have done absolutely correctly. But this is the way in which you should find out the answer. Now, understand, there might be more than 3 currency rate. Here there were only 3 currency rate, but here, there might be more than 3 currency rates which are given, and you are told to find out cross currency answer. But normally in examination, maximum up till now what is asked is 3 currency rate. But understand, even if there are 6 currency rates, you can easily find out the answer because what is required is you just need to understand which rate will be reciprocal and which rate will not be reciprocal. Let me go to last example of cross currency rates and give n numbers of rates and ask you one question. 74/75 is a rate of rupees per dollar. 90/91 is a rate of rupees per pound. 0.90 slash 0.91 is rate of pound per dollar. It is a pound per yen. Then yen per Thai baht per yen. Fourth rate is Thai baht per yen and the rate is 22/23. Then it is fourth rate is Thai baht per CHF is 41/42. These are the 5 rates available. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yen comes 2 times, comes 2 times, rupees comes 2 times, dollar and CHF comes 1 time. Start. I want the rate of dollar per CHF. I want a rate of dollar per CHF. This is my question. See how fast I am going. I am just seeing the rate. I will be tick marking it if I need to do reciprocal of it. Is it alright? Dollar per CHF. Dollar is in denominator. I want in numerator. I need to reciprocal it. As I will reciprocal, keep it in your mind that now dollar will be in numerator, rupees will be in denominator. Is it alright? Rupees here has become in denominator. Let me write it down. It will become dollar per rupees because I required dollar in numerator. Second rate is rupees per pound. I need not reciprocal it because I need to cancel rupees. I don't want rupees in my answer. Rupees here is in denominator because I have reciprocal it. Here it is in numerator, so it will be rupees per pound. Think about one currency only, everything else will be solved. Pound, I no longer require in my answer. Pound is in numerator, here pound is in denominator. I need not reciprocal this because it will cut if I write down pound per yen. Yen also I don't require, I need to cancel it, but here yen is in denominator. Here yen is in denominator. Both if in denominator I cannot cut it. So I will reciprocal this also. If I will reciprocal this, here I will be writing this answer, reciprocal answer, which is yen per Thai baht. Now yen can get cancelled, the answer is yes. Last rate is Thai baht per CHF. CHF I want in denominator, it is in denominator, let us keep as it is. Thai baht per CHF. Automatically Thai baht will get cancelled because CHF, this rate is not to be reciprocal. What is my answer? This rate is to be reciprocal. This rate is not to be reciprocal. This 2 rates should be reciprocal. This 3 rates should not be reciprocal, and I will be getting my desired answer of dollar per CHF. Concentrate. Bid. Ask. I need to reciprocal this. 1 divided by 75, 74. See, there is an alarm in my mind that whenever I do reciprocal, I write down 1 divided by. And once I write down this 1 divided by, bid will become ask denominator and ask will become bid denominator. I need not reciprocal this rate, or in other words, I need to write down rupees per pound rate, and this is rupees per pound rate. So 90 and 91. I want pound per yen rate. This is pound per yen rate. I have already decided I will not be reciprocaling it. It is 0.91. Sorry, 0.90. 0.91 as it is. No need. If there is no reciprocal, that alarm bell does not ring in my mind. I don't do bid ask. Thai baht per yen, I have decided I will be doing reciprocal also. The rate required is yen per Thai baht and not Thai baht per yen. So I need to do reciprocal. See, 1 divided by 1 divided by. So I will need to write down ask in bid and bid in ask. This I am not reciprocaling it. Also, what is the rate required is Thai baht per CHF. The rate available is Thai baht per CHF. It is into 41 into 42. This is my bid rate and this is my ask rate. For which rate? $1 per CHF. That's it. All right. Now, they give you 10 rates, 12 rates, 15 rates. Believe me, you can easily find out the answer if you are conceptually clear. So don't be worried if more than 3 rates are given. It was never asked in examination, but now if it is asked in examination, don't get afraid of that the more than 3 rates are given or more than 4 rates are given. This is example of say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rates. Even if 10 rates are given, believe me, the question remains such a simple question. You just need to decide which rate should be reciprocal and which rate should not be reciprocal. Use normal mathematical technique of division and multiplication, cancellation of numerator and denominator. That's it. And this is a concept of cross currency rate, by which you can find out the rates which are not directly quoted in one particular market, but you can find out the rate by using other rates which are directly quoted in that particular market. This is cross currency rate. So what we have done today, try to understand in today's lecture what we have done. First we understood concept of rate. Then we understood direct quote and indirect quote. Then we understood the concept of bid and ask. Then we understood how to convert direct quote into indirect quote or indirect quote into direct quote. There is no difference. Technique remains same. You need to do reciprocal. Bids will become ask denominator and ask will become bids denominator. Is it alright? This is how you convert it. And then we did cross currency rates. If rupees and dollar is quoted in the market and rupees per pound is quoted in the market, but pound per dollar is not quoted in the market, you can find out by the last couple of questions that we have done. So these are the concepts that we have done. In next lecture, we will be going ahead with the again concepts of some forex, and then we'll be actually going to some institutes question from the PDF which I have sent you.